Hello? Do you know? I'm still going out to prove him with the boys. You better settle down and face your book. Small time now, used to be say, abroad, though, that's the next thing. You cannot guarantee like that. Because if you know what my eyes see now, in this small abroad, as I enter abroad like this, bam, I just enter bus. If you see abroad bus, it's not like our own model at top. This one is like duplex because it's story building. It's ass up and down, like skirt and blouse, this thing, up and down. I enter the bus, inside, 100% AC. Instrumentality AC. By the time we reach where we're going, so I have to enter Mama Put or anything like that on it. You understand me now? Maybe like something like money can afford, up and down like this, nothing. Everything, money, big money. They put big money on everything because somebody cannot even know which one is which one. You understand? So that's why my eye just clear. No food for lazy man. That's how I just go to this open field. I say, okay, I see one man reading paper. Well,
please, is it today paper?
Yeah. At least we used to enter newspaper, free reader, and peruse paper. So maybe we can secure a job. That's why I say, let me see whether there's job inside paper.
Yo, 911. There's a man here kind of disturbing my peace.
I just escaped for my life. They said there's one job somewhere. I see it inside one envelope that they're looking for some professional person to manage estates. I approached the place. Everywhere in abroad. House, everything just on point. The road though, trio.
Okay, we're trying to put it together here, and you know, but I think you've seen him already.
Yeah, don't mind him.
Frank Dunga is Kule Ido, popularly known as Frank Dunga. Good to have
Frank
you
Dunga,
here.
popularly known as Kule Ido.
You know, I don't even know which one.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good to have you here. Comedian, actor, content provider. Only
That
you.
sounds huge, like someone else.
You know. Good to have you here.
Wonderful to be
So,
here.
Wow.
wait, a degree in agriculture and a master's degree in genetics. And what are you geneticizing there?
Well, I love agriculture. I've always loved animals and the thought of being part of a creative process. I love to see nature take its course and create, and the birth of young animals, laying of eggs, production of milk, eventually to feed human population or for any other purpose. I remember growing up watching National Geographic, materials, yeah, and it's so much love it, and I wanted to be a farmer. I consider myself as a farmer.
Yeah. What are you cultivating?
I'm farming comedy now.
You're farming comedy.
Planting seeds of humor, one week at a time.
Okay, so let's start from where you started from. The media, you know. Tell us about, school. Yes,
so right after I studied agriculture. I went to Olabisi Onabanjo University. But then, I got admission to Ogun State University, and graduated from Olabisi Onabanjo University. So, so it happened that way. Studied animal production, and I thought I was going to be a big-time farmer. I came out of school after service. I tried to start a farm, but I realized to enter this business, you have to have pepper. But then all through the process, even when I wanted to further my education, I decided, okay, genetics, I was going to be a geneticist. I went to the University of Ibadan for my master's program. Right there and then people would tell me, your voice sounds like something that can work on radio. And, I had thought about it. Okay, yes, media, And I remember when I was back in secondary school, I used to make comics, And in the university, I was a musician, I was playing the keyboard, the guitar, and the bass guitar. I was a music director. So all these things I put together. I said, you know what? Before I finally decided to jump inside family, let me give media a try. And then I got my first job in Lagos in a news channel as assignment editor, news anchor / reporter, and I just kept
with genetics and agriculture.
It was useful at the station because you often have to do reports about agriculture and the environment, health, that was kind of my thing. So people will come to me, my colleagues, will come to me, and interestingly, some of my colleagues from way back there they're in Channel TV now,
So we'll have to ask them what.
So at what point did you now decide that it is this comedy thing that I want to do?
It wasn't as if I actually decided at a particular point in time. It just happened to me. Yes, it kind of chose me. So I went one step at a time. Even the interview series, the Frank Dunga, my alter ego, that most people know me by, almost happened accidentally. I wasn't really intending that. Okay, on the 1st of January next year, I'm going to become a comedian or an actor. Not really. I've always liked acting. I used to think maybe sometime down the line I would try it out. But then,
I see you like so many things.
Yes, that's another thing, And, it was like my attention was all over the place. But then I did the first few skits, comedy sketches to address interview scenarios, the kind of things that happen at job interviews. Because I felt too many young people went to school and spent a lot of time and effort and graduated and didn't have anything to do. And for me, it was a problem. I felt it shouldn't be. Then I also discovered they didn't get jobs because they didn't impress the employers to be at the job interviews because they were either too nervous or had low self-esteem or just didn't prepare enough. And those were the things I wanted to address. And even visa application interviews, how our people dread visa application interviews. If you have been to the embassy before, all manner of prayer, candle, oil, and all the things we cannot mention on air.
Okay, you chose Frank Dunga. So why Frank Dunga? And then are there some similarities between Kunle and Frank Dunga?
As in similarity, like what's an opposite?
As in similar and something like
that. Frank Dunga, the name just happened because I wanted a first name for my alter ego that wasn't directly linked to any tribe in Nigeria. Nigerians can be a bit critical, so, and I didn't want my jokes to be skewed in any direction or be criticized based on tribe or, anything like that. So I chose the name Frank. I felt it was easy to pronounce, short, and it was very, and that was why I chose it. And I wanted a last name that sounded African. So I started bouncing names around in my head. Bungi, Fangi, Dango, Donga. That sounds cool. That was how it came about. I just thought it up and instantly. Later, I discovered Donga is actually a real last name for some people. Imagine the shock when I met a Mr. Donga somewhere in Nasarawa.